Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're going to be watching this video from. It's UJ Bella Beauty, and I hope everyone is living to their best, keeping safe and staying positive. I know it's been a wonderful year, I will call it. Wonderful because if you're alive today and you're watching this video and you're healthy, I want you to know that it's still great to say that the year it's wonderful. But if you've experienced horrible or terrible stuff and maybe lost a loved one due to this pandemic, I'm saying I'm sorry, and I hope that you and your family or friends will, get back to a normal life soon, and hopefully God will see you guys through. And I know what it means to lose a loved one. Since last year I lost my father, 2 years ago that I lost my elder brother, so I know how it feels to lose a loved one. So I'm gonna say sorry to everyone who's lost a friend, mom, dad, uncle, auntie, a loved one, or friend, or colleague, or neighbors, or um, you know, yeah, anyone that is very close to your life that you've lost this year. I'm sorry for everyone, and hopefully with the new this news, the vaccine, people would get vaccinated, and maybe by next year we all will breathe of fresh air again. I'm not gonna say we're all gonna go back to normal life. I don't think we ever gonna go back to that kind of normal life that we used to know. It's just gonna be a normal life, but with a very maybe tiny change of how we live and how we socialize and how we do everything in general. We're gonna be more cultured now. We're gonna be more it's not gonna be that normal life like we used to know, but we're gonna be breathing again. People will go to work, businesses, family will see each other again like they used to do. So that's it this morning. It's very early morning here in the UK, where I base. But my video today, this morning, before anything, is just to reach out to some of my clients who's been asking questions about my treatment. I think the questions that are coming in when I posted like a wax, some of the wax that I offer. Yeah. So let me answer the question live to make it clear to maybe people who really want to know about the difference between a body wax and intimate wax. So we as beauty therapists, or maybe in the beauty industry, we try to differentiate the underarm from intimate waxing, because we just feel like underarm is part of the body. Anything that have to, because why this question came is because they were like, why don't I class underarm as intimate waxing, and why do I class just the beginning line, the beginning line, and the Brazilian and the intimate? The Brazilian and the Hollywood are just intimate wax. Why the underarm, it's also intimate wax? Because it's not like people go around showing their underarms, or people, I think most ladies feel very embarrassed, like to even wear like summertime wear like short, like I don't know, armless clothes because they don't want to show their underarms or something like that. So like this question came in because they want to know why in beauty industry we did not class underarm as intimate waxing. So now we did not class underarm as intimate because one is the underarm is just part of the body. It is something most ladies freely show off. Yeah. So it's not something that like to people's belief or I don't know how I'm gonna explain it, but I'm just gonna explain it as simple as I do understand it. Then I will explain it in the professional way. Like personally for me, because of my faith, I think in the beauty industry we tend to class intimate wax to those like part of your body where it's obvious there for any reason. If you're going out in the public, you have to hide it. Yeah, there's no one who wake up in the morning and just walk out of the house naked without, even when you wear clothes, you still want to wear your undies, like your panties and the rest of them. So anyway, you know you're very cautious to hide or to cover as a woman or as a man, that's your intimate section. And that is what we in the beauty industry class as intimate. And to my faith, I believe that is where I know I as a Christian will not like want to show. It is intimate place. It is part of our body that it's genetically, like we are supposed to hide. Yeah, we cover it up for respect's sake, and also like inside. You see, it's very difficult to answer the question, like probably because I'm live and I'm talking. But if I'm gonna say it in my own way, every section where you cannot proudly expose, there is your intimate. The underarm is like people not having the confidence, probably because they're not wax, or probably they feel that there's some hair there, so they don't want to show it. Even sometimes they don't want to like wear armless clothes or be free, to show their underarms, freely. So that is like them, if you choose not to be wearing a free clothes when it's really hot summertime, then it's your own free will. But what we class as intimate section is where even when you're free to, you cannot. Yeah, you still have to cover it for respect's sake. And that is a zone where you don't want to just, expose. And that's why we call it intimate. So your intimate part is from your vagina down to every part that you cover. So if you cover any zone down to the down part of your body, that's where we class as intimate, and we charge more for it. Why do we charge more? Is because a lot of ladies are very sensitive in that zone. And it is not all beauty therapists do know how to do the treatment. And because it's sensitive and it's a very painful section, like painful treatment. If you are not very good, you cannot handle it, because it is a section where if you're handling the treatment, you see people, like a lot of ladies are in pain. Not pain that they cannot stand, but that kind of pain, like they are doing something that at the end of the result, at the end of it, the result shows a very good, they're happy. Or when you're neat, like pulling the hair, when you have to apply the wax and pull the hair, if you're doing the strip wax, that's what we're talking about. Then that side is very sensitive, and it's not every therapist that want to handle it. Then another thing is that religious wise, there's some therapists who really don't want to like face that art of seeing their fellow ladies intimate part. So that one is religiously what most people choose not to do, though they are beauty therapists or they're into beauty, but they don't want to go to that zone because they don't want to like face seeing or handling other fellow lady intimate part. But for a general therapist who is doing it, most people can handle it because they don't know how to like do the treatment. It has very it's not a difficult technique. When you're into waxing, when you start to do when you do level 3 and you start to do intimate wax, personally after college or after your training, when you start work and start dealing with different kind of clients, and dealing with different type of skin, then you have to, then you find out that you're training yourself with some other techniques. You're going to train yourself while you're doing it, but also maybe if you work in the salon where you have a lot of people coming in, or you have different colleagues who train from different colleges or have series of experience from other salons or spa, then you could progress or learn how to do different techniques. Like personally, I am very good at waxing. One is because obviously I am a dark skin lady, and I know that our hair on that part of our body is quite sensitive and very curly. So if you're not well experienced, you probably won't be able to like handle it, because one is there's a technique to get rid of the hair that you have to learn on the course of you working and meeting different kind of clients and dealing with different types of skin. So what I'm trying to say, I don't want to go far from the question. So the question is, underarm cannot be intimate because it's something that we all can easily expose, except by choice you don't like to expose. Well, your intimate part is where you obviously know by culture, by religion, like, generally you don't come out to expose. So it is a place where, like, generally it's a hidden or a place you don't just expose. So that's why we'll class it as intimate, and we charge more on that part because it's not everyone who knows how to do it, and it's not everyone who knows how to come up with that technique to be able to keep a client at ease. There's some people, when they wax you, you never want to go back to wax again. But there's some therapists who will wax you, you will go, wow, it's not as painful as I see on the video, or as I hear my friend, or as I hear people, or as I read. So it all takes technique and experience. So if you are good at it, then you find out that you have more clients coming back for their wax, and they're not going to feel anything. But there's some people, like, they're really not for waxing because they have a very heavy hand. Waxing intense, you have to be someone who knows the technique to wax the Caucasian hair and the brown skin ladies' hair, or guys, or whatever. So I hope I've answered the question. So the difference is, intimate is the hidden part of our body where we're supposed to, cover. We're supposed to cover it up. We have to cover it up. We don't just expose it. Underarm cannot be classed because it's something that you can easily expose. You can easily, So that's why it's not classed as intimate. So I hope I've answered the question. And it is the sensitive part of our body. Yes, some people are very sensitive on their underarm, but not as sensitive as on the intimate part of your body. The intimate part of your body is quite very sensitive, very sensitive. Anything that goes there goes straight to the brain, to be honest. And one good thing about waxing that area is it helps to like reduce the hardness, or even make it grow so bushy. Sorry, I want to use that word, bushy. But when you start to wax, it reduce the growth of that area, the hair on that area. And another thing, it makes it look very fine, except you go back shaving in between your waxing section. So I will always advise that whenever you start doing waxing, just carry on doing waxing. If there's no time for you to go for your section, make sure you just use your scissors, the brow scissors, a very tiny scissor we use mostly in the brow section, and use it to trim it down, yeah, before you go in for your section. When you're doing wax and you go shaving, or with the shaving with a stick or with a cream, trust me, you are taking back the cycle. You're taking back the whole thing. When you now eventually go for your section, you're going to feel very painful as like the very first day. So I always advise my client, do not do no shaving or creaming, like cream or stick shaving in between your section. Yeah, I know we're all in lockdown now. Every now and then we're locked down, but always advise they use a brow scissors to just like trim it down, and and just have that patience of waiting till when the next section is in. So that's all I can say about it. I hope I've answered that question, and if there's any other thing that you guys want to ask me that I didn't say here, or if there's any question or any other idea, I don't mind, just leave it on my comment section, or you can text me, or you can email me. Then I will surely go, go through my email or text later, and I'll get back to you. And personally, if there's any concern about how the wax is done and what, or you want to have experience of it, just like text me, or you can go on my app, the Wings app. It's on now, it's live, and book a section. Then there you can just call me, then maybe we'll do like a consultation, maybe 10-15 minute consultation, know your skin type, know if you've had experience before, then you know how to prepare you before you come in. So waxing, intimate waxing, it's oh yeah, it's okay. Some feel pain, some is the technique as well. So if you find a therapist who has been like very experienced in it and know what they're doing, trust me, you're gonna love doing wax. Another question I got once was about laser. Guys, I don't I trained, I'm a level 4 beauty therapist. I trained to do laser, but I'm not doing laser. One is because I haven't, I really don't want to start doing it now. But if you want to know much about laser, I would say just go on the Google and typing in there and ask. But the little one I know about, the question they're asking is if it grows back after laser. Yeah, that area tends to grow back. Laser does not mean completely it's gone and forever. No. Laser treatment, you can have it, it takes it off, it looks so thin, but your hair still grow back. Ladies, your hair after few months or years still grow back, but it's not going to grow back like natural like it used to be. So laser treatment does not mean the hair will not grow ever again. You're still gonna have some hair growing, you're still gonna have some bits of hair after a few months coming up. So in fact, sometime most ladies, if you're in between a section, you should be having a wax in between as well if you want, but it's not gonna be like as full as when you had it naturally. So for laser does not mean completely forever. No. Waxing, yeah, it's less painful than waxing. In fact, the lipo or the new laser machine now, you literally don't feel no pain because it just the gel rubbed in the part in the section where you want to do, then they just go with the machine, and the machine comes with like it comes with like how will I explain it? It's like a lightning. So lightning that goes into the hair and goes straight into the follicle, and burn it. So, but the burning does not mean that your follicle is completely gone. Your follicle, because that's where your hair grow from, and it's the sebum it needs to have the hair to grow. But it takes a while to grow, but it's still gonna grow, but not like as natural like it used to have it. So laser treatment does not mean it's never gonna grow again. Some do it, and after 6 months it grows back. Yeah, I've had the experience in college where we had it, but most brown lady got their hair back after a few months before we break college. But some had it like before I left college, there were no hair growing. But it does not mean that it's same for all skin. There's some skin, their hair still grow back after 6 months, some after a few years, some it doesn't even like last few months it comes back, but they go back because probably they want it all smooth out. It's never going to be all smooth out forever. The hairs are still going to come back. Some few hair will come, but it will look very thin. It's not going to look like natural like you had it before. So I hope I've cleared that one as well. So guys, like I say, if there's any question, always leave it on my comment or just text me, email me, and I'll get back to you when I'm very free like this to talk, or just personally text you. So I'm still like asking you guys, check on my app, please. UJ Bala Wings app, please. If you want to book your appointment, both new and old clients, you can always book me through there. I think it's the best way to book me, so that the once you book me, I get the prompt, I get the message, then I'll reach out immediately. So guys, do have a wonderful Christmas. I know it's not going to be like Christmas like we used to have, but for the fact that we're alive and healthy, let's praise Jesus, let's glorify his name, let's say hallelujah that he was born. So whatever you are, however you want to have it, just be happy and have fun. It's just that one day. It's not going to do us harm, isn't it? All right, guys. I'll see you soon. And stay blessed. Like I say, safe and stay positive. All right? Thank you, guys. And take care. Bye. Bye-bye.